Welcome back
to Professor Layton and the Lost Future.
Oh, right there.
Yes.
Go ahead, Joe.
Professor Layton, Luke, welcome to the London of the future.
This looks like London anyway. It looks like a shithole.
For you see, Professor, you are the new doctor.
Still not convinced?
Well,
Of course I am.
oh,
You say Dr. Schrader.
yeah,
you?
we saw it.
So, get your line right, you idiots.
You must have noticed the toll that time has taken on your mentor.
Yes, we saw him. Also, damn, you are Luke. You forget your lies just as much as he forgets his.
Precisely. And what a fair London. You've walked around enough now to see how she's changed.
Oh, now you're acting like Frank Miller calling the city her and she.
Well, I've heard that you love this city so much that you make love to her every now. At least that's what your dark future counterpart does.
You've been reading Luke's fan fiction again.
Everything's changed. A genius appeared. An evil genius who turned the city on its head.
Phoenix, right?
Oh, I know where this is going. Don Paulo took over the city, didn't he? And if not, then it must have been Virio Tigre.
Ah,
Don Paulo? Oh no, I'm talking about a truly brilliant man.
poor
Me?
guy.
Oh my god, I just realized Don Paulo looks a lot like Dr. Wily. But
Pretty
yeah,
much.
He's probably an homage.
Well, it's reference to the classic dastardly villain from the 30s, the guy who ties the girl to the rails.
Well, if it's not Don Paulo, then who is it? What do you think, Professor?
I really couldn't say.
Really?
Yes, really.
Come on, there must be some genius rival you're thinking of.
Okay.
His name is Herschel Layton. The evil genius is you, Professor.
Of course I
Dun
do.
dun dun!
I just realized something, but I'm gonna say it after the end of this part.
I was afraid you'd say that.
I love how the music does. Dum. That can't possibly be right.
Indeed.
I'm sorry to say that it is. They call him the devil in the top hat. He rules London from the shadows. So he truly is like a Frank Miller Batman.
So what you're telling me is this is the British Cuphead.
There you go, Jova. They stumbled into Earth 3.
In the future, the city of London is in the thrall of an evil Layton. The sight of the professor, who looks just the same as his future self, is enough to spark fear among the local people. Funny, I did that anyway. Tell me more, Luke.
What? I don't know any more than you, Professor.
Ha ha, funny.
The other Luke. God, this is getting rather complicated, isn't it? Luke, you've read the script. You should know this by now.
Didn't you forget your lines of it? You should have been goodness.
I said shut up! Tell me, Luke, how did I rise to rule over all of London? I want to repeat it.
Where to begin? Here, Professor, surely you remember this.
You gotta take a look at this cliche.
Ding.
It's a bunch of pictures and words.
Of course! This is an article about the accident that happened just the other day. Haha, yes, to you. I suppose it was a recent event.
What was the time difference again?
10 years. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sure, it's been a full 10 years since that fateful day.
Once again, immediately right after Dwiz asks a question, Hino immediately answers it.
It kind of happens to all of us when it comes to level 5.
Yeah.
Or with Capcom.
Hino is very in tune with the fans.
Hang on, wait a minute. Parliament say chaos even with the Prime Minister. How is this any different?
I guess there was even more chaos.
Well, that's the thing, Dwiz. Some fans actually kind of find it interesting how this game kind of predicted British politics of recent years. So that's kind of interesting.
So we can blame Hino.
Hey, he was trying to warn you guys.
Yes,
Maybe that's the real reason this game is called Lost Future.
Yeah.
You mean Dr. Stone Gun?
Dr. Stan Gun, really?
Don't
This
taste
is
me,
what my
bro.
series has been reduced to? Fucking puns?
Yes.
It seems likely that they were killed by the force of the explosion.
Maybe you need
also-
to punish them, Layton.
Also, Teo, I'm sorry that you could not be able to voice neither Luke's dad, neither Dr. Stangun.
Nah,
What the hell
whatever.
are you doing in this game?
For those
I
who
mean, I
don't,
can survive if I don't voice someone voiced by Liam O'Brien. I'm still gonna hold for Kane in Final Fantasy IV, Joe, though.
Emmy's actually the one narrating this game, Dick Layton.
That
alright.
reminds me, Dwib.
I'm the narrator. as well.
Yeah, alright, let's finish this dialogue first.
Dr. Stangun escaped the blast, but he went into hiding to avoid reprisals after the experiment.
The man was responsible for the loss of our national leader, after all.
But what about the
Sure.
Queen?
Desperate for a place to lie low, the doctor was given shelter by an unlikely person.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. By all means, Dwebs, correct me if I'm wrong. But isn't the Queen just an old bitch who just sits
No,
there?
the Prime Minister.
No, I mean the Queen. Like, isn't the Queen kind of just a figurehead at this point?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Too.
Well,
There you go.
sure.
Too.
That reminds me, speaking of Prime Ministers, Dwib, what the whoa!
That's so menacing.
He looks like he's picking his nose.
But Layton, oh yeah, right, he has a nose.
Anyway, go on,
Once of
Jova.
all the explosion, you slowly grew distant from me.
Are you gonna say Jova?
What's your opinion on Margaret Thatcher?
I wasn't around during it.
Last week.
I wasn't around during that time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's
Professor, never!
how I became evil.
Don't be so sure. Time has a way of changing people, Luke.
I can say from personal experience, but this is so true.
Yeah.
It was clear that something about Dr. Stangun's research captivated you, Professor. You couldn't stop talking about time travel. You seemed obsessed with the idea of changing the past.
But no, you
I
didn't
wa-
change the future to do so.
I wonder if there's possibly something in the past that maybe Layton would have wanted to change. What could it
Yeah,
be?
and this makes me think more things that I need to talk about off commentary.
Dr. Stangun was very interested with you, so you used your superior intellect to assume control of London's underworld.
Oh, so it's the getaway now, is it?
No!
It has a similar plot, Dwibs.
Of course, there were those who tried to stop you, but none were a match for Professor Layton.
So
No,
canonically,
this is
Phoenix
technically
Wright
me
died
getting
in this
by.
future.
Wait, no. You see, Tio, at this time, Phoenix was busy trying to fix the court systems of other courts across the globe at the time.
Jova?
Besides,
Oh, okay.
With all the funding he needed, it wasn't long before Dr. Stangun completed his time machine.
Time machine? You mean...
Oh,
No,
yes.
it's not the 2002 crappy remake.
That's right, the time machine in the clock shop on Midland Road.
Midland Road?
Is that
You're
an
not
actual-
dragging my part of England into this.
I'm actually gonna check,
Eh,
Pedro.
is that an actual road in London? Oh, sorry, in London, Dwebs?
I don't know for sure, but
I'm gonna
Midland,
check right now on
But-
Google Images.
But Midland is where I live, so...
It is
Wow.
actually. It's near King's Cross, apparently.
Oh, there you go then.
Oh my god, so near King's Cross Station.
There you go. Level 5 did their research.
So that means that it was close to the Hogwarts Express.
Well, then again, Richard. Well, actually, this was technically this released in 2010, and he joined Level 5 in 2010. So technically, it couldn't have been him doing this localization. Never mind.
This wormhole opened in the clock shop and crosses the 10 years between our two.
There you go. The series has gone full Doctor Who on us.
Or actually,
Why
Donnie
shit?
Darko.
Has my series been so stagnant on ideas that we're throwing in fucking time travel?
Don't worry,
This
Dwib.
could work out well.
You know what's interesting about it, Dwibs? Like even Teo.
That's not me, remember?
Oh, okay. Well, regardless of that, you know what?
Dick Layton's
Well,
voice.
well, fine. Let me redirect this question to Teo. You know what's interesting? You know what's finding it really interesting too? You know how you, in particular, of course, are a bit antsy about time travel in fiction. Like, surprisingly, Level 5 is one of the ones that handles it better. In terms of that, if you ask me.
I wonder how they're going to handle time travel in a Layton.
say, for example, like I'm not gonna talk about the plot twist of this game because that's a few parts away.
That was Ni no Kuni, right?
Yeah, like Ni no Kuni, we had time travel, but it was used for the exact unique purpose, and then it was immediately abandoned for the sake of not stepping too further into it.
Also, Yokai watched movie, which was the plot of the second game, I think.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, their time travel plots are fine. Yeah.
The movie is an adaptation of the second game's plot. Yes.
Anyway, even as we speak, the other Layton is working to build a fully operational time machine. He's been ducking back into your time to gather every bright scientist working in time travel, which means he was the one behind our Prime Minister's disappearance.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Liam O'Brien is the
Kidnapped the Prime Minister.
yes. God damn it,
Prime
Liam.
Minister Liam O'Brien.
It all makes sense now.
It does, I guess.
I think.
Layton-wise, it does. Layton had no choice but to travel back himself.
Implying this series makes sense.
But if Layton manages to build a fully functional time machine, who knows what could happen?
Yeah, I could make these silly stories even sillier.
Oh my god, then you would make it that you came up with Ace Attorney and it wasn't you who was taking inspiration from Ace Attorney, but it was Ace Attorney taking inspiration from you!
Yes, and even better, I will use my time travel knowledge to go forward in time when we make the crossover and make it even more about me.
As if it wasn't enough about you.
There's one more obstacle we'll have to overcome together. Layton's actions are shrouded in secrecy.
Well, I've got the moral high ground here. My series has been more consistent in terms of quality. Your series, on the other hand, has had.
Let's not get into
Yeah, please.
Can we not do that, please? Come on.
You mean this casino isn't the future professor's headquarters?
Pedro, do you realize what you've done, Pedro?
What?
I don't care.
You've ruined Dick Layton's fun. Now it's gonna be.
I know, but I love both franchises. I don't care.
Also, why the hell would Dick Layton establish himself in Chinatown of all places?
Also, Luke, do you really think his headquarters are
Because
gonna
he
be
really-
in a casino?
But don't you see, Teo? It's because he's dealing with the Chinese mafia. It's all. This is all part of the plan.
So do we get to engage? So we had to hire Bruce Lee for help.
Yes.
Seriously, though, I gotta ask.
Also, Teo, like me, Chinese food is his favorite takeaway. So,
Well, Teo. Actually, considering Richard is now in charge of the Layton localizations, it's only a matter of time until we have some kind of martial artist with a Bruce Lee name pun. Like, it's only a matter of time at this point.
Also, Chinatown has the best bubble tea. So.
no, if the next Layton game he localizes as a bit set in Chinatown, he'll probably have the names be like Pork Chopper or something.
Oh, what? Wait. So now we're taking inspiration from the show, Doug?
No, Jova. See, the thing is, now that level 5 Abbey is a thing, Richard Mark Honeywood, the localization director of Ni no Kuni, is now also doing the Layton games and the
Yes, I know that. I was talking about Dwibs' quip about naming something pork chop. It's like what Doug names his dog.
Or,
Also, apparently,
Anyway.
Stangan's, it's a false name.
It's a false name, so what is his real name, you may wonder? Let's find out.
Oh, we don't
Whoever
know.
he was, he took pains to hide his real identity from the people at the presentation.
Sorry, guys. We have to keep the player in suspense. Oh, and now Layton's narcolepsy is hitting.
It's real the questions.
Professor, please.
Welcome to our strangers first.
Professor, this is serious.
Fuck
I
you,
understand that the room is small and barely lit.
Another interesting question. We may hope to answer along the way.
Maybe if we take off his hat, he'll wake up.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Alright then, let me try. What are you thinking, Professor?
You
can talk more on the way, but now we should head back to Flat Zone Street.
After we've woken Layton up.
Yes. All right. So
There it is.
we have a new
Two.
we have we have an update to this, and we have two new mysteries.
Well, time to go now. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to us now.
Yeah, sorry. Well,
Like grown-up Luke used the time machine to send a letter back to the present, blah, blah, blah. The shitty characters dressed in grey are members of a gang under the control of the future Layton, the boss of the London underworld.
The way you said that made it sound like you were saying the S word.
yeah, shitty late.
So like the shitty ninja service.
My name is Shit Layton.
For kids, yo.
Yeah, my series is hip with the hippies, yo.
I'll just say
And
this.
again, this is a series that did have a cabaret theater in the second.
I'll just say this. Layton's Mystery Journey also kind of does something similar like this, in the sense that it makes you think that maybe Herschel changed, but only to at the very end suddenly pull a fast one on you, and let's just say that. Anyway,
Well, here we are, back to the casino, where I'm sure...
Let's
You know,
head
okay,
to Flagstone Street.
What is it with evil people having casinos as headquarters?
but don't you see, Jova? It's the best. If you're gonna be evil, at least be fun about your evilness. Come on.
It's also a good base of operation due to the money income.
All right, Davis, go ahead. You be Bostro.
Wait, have I
command you to fetch me a pepperoni pizza.
No, just use your gruff voice that you like to use.
Remember, this dialogue's voiced.
I thought you were
Oh,
boss.
never mind.
Pedro.
Never mind. I am. Whatever. I can be Bostro, sure.
Yeah, I thought that you said you were gonna be boss.
I'm sorry, Layton. Your diplomacy skill doesn't work.
Well, this is voiced anyway, so.
You don't look like a cop.
Run away while you can.
I'll hold him off.
Oh no!
Please
So
try.
don't bitches laugh me.
It's a good job he didn't hit me, otherwise it'd have hurt me too.
But he did hit you, Luke.
No, he hit future me, that fucking time travel.
Oh boy. Shoot, they have guns!
Laser
what do we
guns,
do?
apparently.
It's a good thing this wasn't localized by 4 kids.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Otherwise, the machines would be exploding for no reason.
Well, they still have them. They still don't show the bullets, and have just the muzzle flashes being like lasers. So I guess
whatever.
they did need to do a bit of a touch. It's like in the Crash and Scene trilogy when they had to modify each single bullet of pinstripe into mini missiles.
Well, I can tell you.
Yeah,
well,
I
I
did
I was
not
going to
get
say,
that.
Joe, but this is the pinstripe boss from Crash 1.
Well, I can
I
tell
know,
you that
I
the
know.
original Japanese version also looks like this. This is not any
No,
kind
I'm
of.
not saying it was a localization problem. Probably a thing in general. Anyway,
What's machine gun? Puzzle 28.
okay.
Build a coin gun from parts of this disassembled slot machine and help our heroes fight back. And by heroes, I mean me. Rotate the parts to fit them into the second shape bullet. You must use all the parts, none of them can overlap. Now hurry!
I
good
do
thing
like
you
how
don't
the,
actually have a time limit.
Or else I
I
have to
do
use,
like
or
how
else
there
I
are.
have to use Luke as a human shield.
Actually, you don't have a time limit. No.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Good thing you don't have a
Yeah.
time limit.
Also, I do like how there are several different puzzle themes for this game, so that they can change to reflect the mood.
Yeah.
Like this
True.
is a more fast-paced puzzle theme, which makes sense. Like it would have been weird for us to have, a calmer puzzle theme during this scene.
Good old Nishihura-san.
Yeah. Oh my god! Do you know what this reminds you of, Pedro?
What?
The first puzzle in Lautrec, where you put together
Yeah, you're right.
a projector gun.
That
Oh my
so Lautrec was once again ripping off Layton, but anyway, don't you? Oh, come on, Teo. It would be absolutely preposterous if a game tried to have a slow puzzle with an obnoxious time limit. No game would ever do that.
Prisoners of the Sun, Java.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. What's the name, Teo?
Tintin, Prisoners of the Sun.
For the Super Nintendo, let's just say that game is.
Game.
Let's just say that game is terrible and move on.
I'm curious. Did you do a commentary of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess I correct the puzzle. Let's and now, ladies and gentlemen, let's check out Layton's new weapon.
Now I have a machine gun.
A slot machine gun.
Well, shit, Layton's packing heat.
Wait.
There you go.
Later, the
All right,
hedgehog.
load them up and lock them. Oh no!
Taste money, bitches!
I can actually say that the monies can be quite
got it.
deadly as projectiles,
Got it,
so
I got it.
Yeah,
these
I was
hurt.
going to say that probably actually hurts quite a
Hey,
lot.
guys, I got one. Get pounded, motherfucker!
Get pounded.
I love this one.
I say, that was a close one.
For who?
Taste of their own medicine.
I don't remember you helping.
So that means
Also, they missed an opportunity. They should have said we gave them
There you
a
go.
run for their money.
So,
Yeah, you should have said that.
interesting logic.
It makes sense all the time.
Yeah. He does have a point.
It's like, I will do it in the future, so it counts.
Precisely.
Alright, chapter 3, the enigmatic future.
Okay.
It's like if I went to the future, got my essay that I'm gonna write, and
So
then
this
brought it
game
back
is like
to the
a
duty.
gajillion titles: Lost Future, Unwound Future, now Enigmatic Future.
So where are we headed to now then, Mr. Triton? Luke, please call me anything but Mr. Triton. It's really strange being called that by myself. It's pretty awkward for me too, but what else am I supposed to call you?
Blue suited twat. I don't see why you can't both be called Luke.
No, because then you'll get confused.
Shouldn't need to distinguish between your eyes. You could be Big Luke and you could be Little Luke.
That's not kind of I'm not too keen on Little Luke, but it's better than all this confusion.
Hey, Luke. The alternate. Hey, could you imagine if you were called Richard? I could have called him Big Dick and you Little Dick. How would you have felt then?
Whichever one of us gets to be Dick Grayson wins.
Are you sure about that?
Well, ignoring the tragic backstory,
Move on.
because being a member of the Bat family sucks.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, Big Dick, I mean Big Luke. Are there in the arcades have an exit?
Big Dick and Little Dick. Sure, Roy, which would you be?
Let's just move on, please.
Right.
I think
So we're going to the arcade restaurant? Well, okay, so I guess London's become a lot more game themed in the future now.
Metal Slug Tournament when?
Basically, guys, here in the UK, arcade can be a pretty fancy word for a small shopping area.
Indeed.
Oh.
Why?
Either a small shopping area or theming.
Why, Pedro? Why?
Because...
Yeah.
Oh, a scientist.
Yikes, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that?
Sorry, sir. I didn't think a simple hello would scare you so much.
Stop saying hello!
I was lost in thought and didn't see you coming. Anyway, I have things to do. Goodbye.
You know what this reminds me? That like image of the programmers at work, and there's a sign on the glass in front of it that says, "Please don't tap the glass; it scares the scientists."
Hold on, this is important.
Look at the
Sorry.
ground.
Footprints.
Wet footprints.
I hope they're not ours.
Wet footprints. But it hasn't rained since we got here. Oh,
Which is mysterious considering that's another mystery altogether because this is London, so shouldn't...
wait, don't you see, guys? In the future, Dick Layton is also the villain from the Avengers.
No, don't you see?
Wait, Loki?
No,
Is it...
The weather machine
No,
to stop
Jova.
it from raining.
No, Joe, don't you see? Dick Layton, the future Dick Layton is also the origami killer.
Oh
What
god.
does that have to do with the rain?
As in heavy rain,
You
you know.
never actually do figure out what the heavy rain had to do with the origami killer. And
It does...
Symbol.
No, Joe, but it's how he drowns his victims.
Right. Because it totally rains enough that much. Besides, I've already killed some of them by slitting their throats or something.
No, you're completely misremembering shit. What he does is he always kills in the fall, in the words of the game itself, The killer always kills in the fall because that's when it rains the most. So you just so the more it rains, the less time the victim gets to live. That's basically how it is.
At least the selected victims, Jova. There are the cases where some people, like the collaborators, were killed in different manners.
Yes. Those are the ones I was thinking of. But yes, good point. I forgot about that. Forgive me for not remembering the genius that is Heavy Rain's run.
But Jova, what about the genius that is surely going to be Detroit? Fucking let me for fucking accountant!
Right, yes. Let's see.
Have you seen the trailer, by the way, Jova?
No, I have not.
Oh, I have to show you after this, because trust me, you have to see it.
Shall we do a commentary of it, since apparently the audio...
No, we already have plenty to do.
Worry,
we already have plenty to do today. We'll do it off time.
Anyway, Crud, what have we been missing?
Not much. Basically, we're just talking about what can we do to try our best to regroup and think about what we're going to do from now on. That's basically it. Don't worry, you don't miss anything.
But yes, as I was saying, Dick Layton collaborated with Sean Connery, who stole the weather machine from the Avengers to make it so that there's no more rain.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh, there you are, Fluckykins! How I miss the sound of your voice!
Actually, it's supposed to be Shiroi voicing Belle.
Oh, go on, Shiroi.
Sorry, I forgot.
Belle, my name is Luke, with an L!
Beauty and the...
We have a Luke fangirl, everybody.
Oh, what's in a name anyway? All that matters is that love we share, Fluky.
Fluky.
Baby,
No, please, God, no.
Lukey, love, right,
You make it
Lukey.
really in life? I know I do.
That face.
But a lot of people ship me
I
with,
look like a troll face.
Listen, Belle, I think maybe you've got...
Also, gotta love the irony in her name, Belle.
Yeah.
I know, she's,
For our future, I certainly do. Now, if only I could sort out this house plan.
You're like 9. Jeez.
or maybe she's older than that and she just looks younger.
So yeah, she's literally right now sorting out the house plan, so we're going to help her sort it.
This empty
wait.
plot is lined with wooden stakes that form a grid of squares. Your job is to stretch some ropes between the houses so that a 4-person family planning to build a house here can have 4 identically shaped rooms, using up the whole plot of land. For a straight line across multiple stakes, be sure to only use 1 rope. You need to complete this puzzle using 5 ropes or fewer because I'm cheap.
Wait a minute, now why the hell am I helping this girl solve out the house plan that she is trying to rope me into?
Because the script says you have to. Now get on with it.
Because dark humor, Luke. Sorry.
Besides, don't I get shipped more with Layton's adopted daughter?
Dude,
Yeah, I do. What's her name, Professor?
I don't know, Luke, but get on with the
You
old work.
don't know the name of your own adopted daughter? What kind of father are you gonna be?
What about the son of Fendi?
Look, we've barely seen her recently.
Yeah, what about in the second picture when she got kidnapped by Don Pollo and we left her in a barn?
That was your
Anyway,
fault too.
he has a good point there, Luke. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Yeah, nice job. Here we are in the same shape. So there you go. Now we have our house plan sorted.
That looks incredibly basic.
Well, it's effective, Jova, so...
Yeah, but the 2 corners seem like they won't be used at all.
How wonderful! That's a lovely home you've designed for us, Fluke. I'm just so happy.
Also, fluke is an insult.
I know, and
That's
yet
the joke.
apparently to her, and yet apparently it's her way of flirting.
Now give your sweetheart a big, squishy kiss.
No, please.
No.
Stop
Personal space.
making that kissy face at me!
Personal space. Personal space.
Please!
Oh, Fluke, there you go again. Every time you get embarrassed like that, I just melt.
We just met!
Please, can you actually melt away?
Where's the water?
Someone throw water on this witch.
Of all the times for there to be no rain in London!
Anyway, see you for the next part, everybody.
See ya.
Where I get to pair Luke with his lovely lady friend.
No, I'm shipped with What's her name started with a
Luke is an
C?
adult.
now who can't remember? Now who can't remember
What?
someone they love?
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
See ya.
you guys can have your shipping wars after we're done with this. See you, everybody.
A shipping war between Luke and Layton. Now this will be interesting.
See you, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.